Turtle Island. Oh. This is for my peoples. Jah. Too much debate, too much hating, too much faking, too much grand staging, too much handshaking, too much land taking, too much manipulating. Too much you can, but you shaking. Too much of a friend, yet you stuck through Nathan. Complain too much instigating, too much insinuating. You too much of an Asian. Celebrities too, heavenly bodies got you stargazing. Dilated peoples, stark amazement. Top chart chasing, your heart racing. Spellbound, too much dark sadness. Am I?
Oh, it is? That's awesome.
Spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day. Breaking too much.
No swearing, no cussing, and all that nonsense.
Ego way too much for me, yo.
Seeds.
Not with all the fake check-ins. Either you from the soil or you're not.
Seeds.
And this ain't even a half.
I drink the key lime seeds. I drink them.
Replace shoot engine, erase you through paper. Genocide engine, land session agreements, a fake space, view engine.
Oh yeah, with the seeds, yeah. Oh yeah. Watermelon seeds too. Like when we get some watermelon rolling, we eat everything. When we save a bunch of the seeds, and we start, getting them germinated in a little egg carton, right, with soil. Get them a little aloe vera, a little banana peel in there, so they grow, and then we transfer them. And the watermelon we grow, you know what I'm saying? Seal them, freeze them. Seal them, vacuum. So he got seal, freeze. So when you bring it out, the frost, however you use it, frozen, juice or whatever, eating frozen is good. Eating, you know what I'm saying? Same thing over and over and over. Seeds, blend the seeds, eat the seeds. The seeds are fine. Hit it with a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little hot sauce on it. We can make our own with our own chili. Bang it, you know what I mean? This is what people have, you know what I mean? I'd rather be eating mackerel, a fish. You know what I'm saying? I want to make spaghetti, right? I'd rather have shrimp. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it last night. I was like, damn, spaghetti. But I'd rather have shrimp. So we wait. You know what I'm saying? I'll make some shrimp primavera. You know what I mean? I don't really want this beef. Now, we find homeboy. No. We had a barbie in the grill and flipping some steaks. As long as it ain't red and all that fake, you know what I'm saying? But I really I got a taste right now for fried catfish. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go get some crab. He's like me, I love crab. You know what I'm saying? Crabbies, dark, man, catch a whole bunch, man, you can eat. That's some good eating right there. You know what I mean? So I saw the sockeye salmon, all natural wild caught. I wanted to buy every one of them, but we need a little deep freezer. And they have the little ones at Home Depot. We can just load that. We keep it outside in the weather and everything. We used to keep one while I lived down on the back porch. So it rained, snow, hell, whatever. It was always, you know what I mean? So fish, bro. Fish. And we gotta be careful because they're poisonous and everything. Right now, the guys going out at night. The people showing, reporting it, and the platforms are hiding it. And they're pumping stuff in the water. You know what I mean? They literally pumping stuff in our waters, man. No, we ain't doing that today. We ain't doing Billy Boy. No, it's just summer. No, we're not doing that. Let's have a little bit of Dragon's Fire. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
I would say, when I was in the bathroom last night, right? I came out. It got cold this morning. No, it like 1, 2, 3 o'clock, man, 4:35, it was like, holy smoke. I was like, oh, you didn't have the heat on? Oh, man. Oh, no, it's good, man.
The finger fucked, the cause my hand I dealt it. Felt the vibration from the gut of my pelvic. We bust all on some ices and velvet shit.
Blueberry, pineapple, banana.
Goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, use a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit to a fly though. Haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow our set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofy.
I never made no Doe's coffee, and this has always been.
Drink paper opera. You stagnated. Well,
I never made Doe's coffee in this.
I'm dating space ace.
The mugs I got.
Stuck in the cage.
Made smoothies.
After shape the state, use a fake. A fraud. Battlestar intergalactic. My mindset. Perfect comes from practice. So I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept. You of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet. Straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy. Goddammit. Symmetric apparel. I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk aviators. Aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies what your fans get. Your world's in perils what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Couple pieces of pineapple, about half a cup of blueberry, one ganejo, one small ganejo. Can't go wrong. You got a little dash of cinnamon in it, but that's perfect. That's perfect.
You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
Ain't no such thing as black people, but yeah.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really done on y'all.
That honey, man. Ants, boy, they want to get to that honey, boy. I'm gonna make them a little stick with honey on it, where they hold that so they can eat that. It's a little stick, put some mesquite honey on it, and put it by their little hole so they have that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting killed, man. We don't need them dying. We need the ants, bro. Like we need the bees. We need all that. You know what I mean?
Looking past the shine spot, third eye gang side drops.
So we help them.
I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For
Yeah, we help them.
cold as an icebox, I'm saying that ops. From the skybox, I got a scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real song. Warriors is inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID no issue. Could've bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, bow, big back. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance from conspiring cannabis. Other aspirants of violence, terrorists of fire. Striking and giants who hide, I'm sure and defiant. And if I was the migrants, I'm hearing the
We got a lot of rocks, man. We gotta collect all them reports and stuff.
Indictments.
So
These pedophile squares, groupies and hyping.
yeah, we gonna.
The wisest, I'm non-client. A refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress. Don't duck, don't wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack.
Hey, what's up, Marquez? Amaru Jaguar. What's going on? Baby Girl Slaughter. Sharon. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on, y'all? Hold on. Yeah, it looks crazy.
The vital forces that make up creation. Fire represents directed will, energy radiating out from the center, and action.
That's the sun right there, bro. I can tell. That's the sun. That's different from the other couple of days ago. That's the sun. See the rainbow, right? And then it goes dark right in the middle of the sun. You know what I'm saying? That's the sun. They ain't messing with this one this time. They ain't fake. The other one was weird. I couldn't even stare into it.
Old school Ruzi's rocking. Just speed up the clock, peace, love it. Unity is for God. I recall vivid, draw y'all to know truth. Yo, you must live it. Life you can't trick it. End up stiff or rigid. As a boy, it's more from some kids' biscuit. Instead of playing by principle, you play with it. Try to outsling it, but that chick's wicked. That's why I walk upright as the Kamo did. And like a snake on his belly, the time of who slid you there. If you're not living as a divine being, then you are not living at all. I assess you are religious and at best or worse, you are on the path to death. I suggest you reflect, restore, and resurrect your that I am the way, the truth, and the light. Thus you become the master of your own destiny. This is what is meant to have a life. Now as role play, become the substitute for realness. For loud noise, they replace soundproof for stillness. My medicine, having shit deep into the illness of materialism. You must possess just to feel blessed. I guess it's sex, express sex, murder, and drugs. So of course you're judged as the European does with a smudge remark. You not as raw as fudge. Plus the weight of the world for shoulders. I'm doing shrugs cause it's bodybuilder. Also cardio healer pumps like for people despite the evil party killer. CPR needed is like the heart's iller cause you bought with a bounce don't make you heart or rilla. You born by the club don't make
when
you
the
a
real
hard
sun's out,
you know. Made a mockery of Godzilla. You are not showing the glow who you are. Killer, take off the disguise mark, that mask scar for rilla. If you're not living as a divine being, then you are not living at all. I assess you are religious snap, that's or worse. You are on the path to death. I suggest you reflect, restore, and resurrect your that I am the way, the truth, and the light. Thus you become the master of your own destiny. This is what is meant to have a life. It's time for love, what's with the hate? Young lady, a video, girl's not your fate. Cultivate your talent, cause it's God-given. Status of society makes it hard living. You out of gas like a car driven. Till the tank is on E, we start sitting behind a bar prison. Yo, pseudo power bore me, too sour for me. In my mind's eye, I visualize our story as it should be. A tower of glory or a glowing loft. I chose to adore, they say I'm going soft. Exemplify fly, they say I'm showing off. What they meant was I'm the chosen boss. Crackheads, cash stones, don't feast horn soft. I opt to not respond instead of going off. And straight iron like sun do, I stay shining like the sun do in the daytime right in front you. Why they wanna like the young dude? It's fine, make the mistake. Think I'm too comfortable or too humble. Cross the fine line and I'ma hunt you. Divine law run you down and punish you with swift justice and be done with you. A 1-2 and I don't stop. I'm gonna keep on rocking to the knock of my aunt. So if you forgot the code of a get tough,
so I didn't come out because I was cold.
If you're not
you said how the owl came up over there. Yeah, oh, so you always, yeah, he saw, I saw the one he saw down there, right? But last night he saw he working out, he saw the one come over here and then he went to the tree right there. So I wanted to come out and look at it, but I was cold, man. I was cold, man. I don't know, I think, no, he's sleeping. I think it was, I don't know, I think it was like around like 8. I don't know, he would know. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was looking at the time, so you know. Yeah, you know, I wanted to come out, man. I was like, man, y'all saw me. I was like, I don't know why I was cold. I was like, what? Because you know I just got over that little whatever happened, right? And I was like, I'm gonna take care of this, man. I was in it when he was out here working. I was doing push-ups, like, and so my arms were hurting right now because I was like, I didn't want to work out. But I'm working out today. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. My arms right now. I got tendonitis, you know, because of the what's called, but my arms, man, right now. Oh man, my chest right here. Oh man, I was in there. By the deck cards, I just kept getting down doing it. You know, trying to stay warm. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was cool. It was warm in there, but you know.
Earth represents Taurus, Virgo,
it's an adventure.
Water represents Cancer,
Hey, there we go. It's good to see everybody up in here. Jaguar and my room. What's going on, beloved? What's happening? Damn, that hurt.
Spirit of the great matriarch.
Situation ethics.
All praises is due to the Most High. honor and respect to all our ancestors, the elders, the youth,
You're the universe.
road star gods and
Most High.
star goddesses, Americans.
You've been endowed with
They see a
everything.
soldier that
You
with
have
those just shuffle like she
everything.
has a foe.
Deal with everything out here. You
I came to
have
realize that my most
everything.
greatest opponent is me.
Alright? And trust in me.
And the spirit of making my enemy's enemy my
You
friend.
have you've been endowed with
decided to make me my
everything.
greatest ally.
Because some things are hard
Because
to connect.
each situation calls you.
Alright?
You dig? Shot my first itchy like an 82. Hot, yeah, Ilya kiss me like how a lady do. Blaze a full fellatio. The ratio is convagio through this crazy flow. Truth is, I've been gone for a long time to go through what I've gone through. You need a strong mind. Lyceum tone spine poked up for the wrong shine. Or when bone wine yoked about that phone line. Wake me from the stupor of this ugly life. Can't wait to make your lupus for my lovely wife. How could I let you get away like the spinners? Mention me today amongst the winners. Through sneer, smile, watch me steer the crowd. Here and now, watch me clear the cloud. Keep my head above, reward your waters. Give shit hostile options or cordial orders. We need situation ethics in this day and time, not in the sense of as if bad into good or good into bad, turning everything backwards, but simply because in every situation you're faced with, you need ethics, codes, principles, morals, methods in order to navigate through this madness. That shit or crash with tragic. Feng shui keeps you hoarding, more cluttering. Pains you deeply to sweep poor floor coverage. Prostrate and marks fading, demigod hating.
Indigo turtle.
That you the synagogue of Satan. I exercise to exorcise the legion from you. Even the legion demons from your region will shun you. Spin you and your grip, irritating with your touch.
You ain't head bobbing. Something wrong with you.
I'm too close to the door.
And you think nothing wrong with you, then something definitely wrong with you.
Inspiration, motivated thoughts of lessons to teach my toddlers. Raise my offsprings and be a father.
ToLU'S, y'all.
The resort of tour salad and peace.
We got Dre.
The cost expected fee.
We got Max V.
So
We got Olmec. Even DJ, I think he's re-uploading. I'm gonna have to hit him up. Alright? Come on, y'all. Spotify, SoundCloud.
Delving into the underworld.
He's on YouTube.
To bring forth light and heat.
TUTULG.
Ascend to the highest height of that pyramid. Look down in the crops far and wide. All
Yeah. You already know, beloved.
With finesse. As I caress the flesh of the best crew. Smooth. I'm not a communist nor humanist. I'm more of a psalmist when the booming hits. Stone to the mill.
I was out here early this morning, barefoot. This with my thermal top on and my gray sweatpants. Grounding by getting it in. It was cold in the morning, but I couldn't feel it. Couldn't even feel it, man. Yo, for real, couldn't even feel it. And people don't get it, man. It was cold, but I couldn't feel it. When I went back in there, I was like,
you could tell the beat on the phone.
boy.
When them people speak, listening to your hymns zoned in. This steady echo means the cause monitor. What they recording gives that I honor her. The genealogy of morals is not Nietzsche, it's my partner. The orals reach me, believe me, even when the sex is tantric. Under the sun, lying on the sand lip. The body language we speak is Sanskrit. Religious love above a secular antic. Her latest request, she needs a fast. The greatest effect is to feed the masses. Something different from Christian ministers, House of Representatives, imams, or senators. Be sure it's for her that I'm diplomatic. I can go blip the blur stick you that quick. So please do not make the mistake of appeasing me with all that Drake fake glove. You can't fake steak, call it Longhorn. Steakhouse a quagmire where the strongest one is off to the Maldives. Due to gold visas by more than glory and I, we eating bold pieces.
check it out, brother. Check it out.
And so,
Come here.
and what appears
I
to
want
be
to
the
show you this,
conclusion
man.
of
It's
this
off Amazon, right?
After befriending myself, my compliments to rehab became clear
This is
to
the
me
kit.
the union.
Right. For doing that, if we wanted to go electric with the motors and the tires, it's only gonna run $479, about $480. I think it's like $6, $7, or $12 something. I could take that and put it on that and then build the frame up and then we can increase it. So this is the Amazon Simple Kit with the drivetrain and everything. I can weld it. I can get my own, so we can make a fiberglass seat. It's not hard. And then we get like a little, and we upgrade the tires, we upgrade the motors in them. Or we can just go ahead and do the electric motors and do like what's called CC, like moped motors. You know what I'm saying? And then have that where we got electric, a little solo on the back, got the motor, so we can go from 5-gallon gas, so we can do off-road, electric with silent, gas, hybrid. Right. So like, see what I'm saying? Right. That's what I'm talking about. That's dope. Man, Amazon got everything. Yeah.
What's up, my niggas? What's up? Halito, my Rigo people, those who read through the evil.
Halito, Tim Chukma, Chicken Sompa, Dak Monatini.
Foreign delete food. That's been occupied the land for far too long. It's been docu-shining, sleight of hand to get you gone. Murder by numbers, for paper genocide. Back to when many children.
Y'all gotta smile, you know what I mean? I wouldn't care if you had two of your front teeth. You can't sing all I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Smile.
Up shit creek, down a paddle pump the river of death. Kill all our leaders and chiefs till there's not one deliverer left. I'm not Hiawatha or even Tecumseh. Restore Big Mama, issue foreigners doomsday. This Geechee, man, it's who Geechee got us, so fuck you too.
And you know, my sister Kimberly, she found out we had Geechee in our family. I was like, yeah. And Gula and Geechee are two different tribes, two different people. I'm Gula Geechee. Okay, then y'all were close. Yeah, Geechee and Gula are not the same people. They're not African. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I want to address a few things as I am, but I'm going to read a little bit of power now. Let me get my tobacco out, y'all. I can talk with it, but I don't want to do that right now. Take it later. Drink my little tea. That's perfect. Chamomile, lavender, and mesquite honey. All this honey is so good. So first I want to say I appreciate everybody coming in, all those who show up, and those who watch the videos, and hope y'all watch that one yesterday. I was saying, watch it again, check it out, really pay attention, take some notes. If you have questions, ask them, all right? But I was just looking at some things this morning. I was looking at how carefree some gay people are, like, and they're not putting their boyfriends, and they're not talking all that nasty sexual crap, and you know. I was watching him because this individual, I used to laugh at him because the guy was a comedian. All right, he's from the islands, or he's Jamaican, Milan from Milan, you know, half Jamaican and them. And dude funny, he's a fat mother moso, he's funny as all heck. And even though he's real flamboyant, which I don't like, you know what I'm saying, no man can ever be a woman. And no, hey, what's going on, morning, brother? No, you do like me, man. He went into the source. No woman can ever be a man. It's impossible, okay? Impossible. You know, you go back to the 1950s and right the 60s, you ain't never seen this nonsense. And so what they want to do is they want to push 60 years, they want to take 60 years, eradicate it, and tell you this is what you're going to do. Anybody listening to this worthless, sick government, something's wrong with you, all right? When I was in the Guardian Angels, we had this one kid, a good friend of mine, who's from Chinatown, a small little Chinatown that's in Queens. And y'all ever been there? It's a little small, has a library and a little center, like right in the middle of it. And that's a little Chinatown right there in Queens. And that's where he's from. He was like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". He used to be in the gym working out with all us and everything, and nobody ever knew it. And he used to patrol the streets with us. Like, it'd be all brothers, a couple of Puerto Ricans, and him. Chinese brother, Chinese American. All right? And he was gay. Everybody knew it. He wasn't sitting there hitting on nobody. See, you got this perversion because of this industry that y'all keep paying attention and listening to. They have all these sick parties that have been going on since them fake Jews came here. They've been doing this since they became here, okay? That porn is on all the adult porns, all the sites, all of them, they own them. What is so hard for people to see? Because y'all all been inoculated with it? I should know, man. I used to download a lot of those little things with the melanated idiots out of California and New York doing the porn sites, you know what I'm saying? I used to download them, you know, and I really look at them, and some of the things I was like, that'd be nice to try on a wifey. But, you know, that was about the sum of it. Right now, though, y'all have been subjugated, you don't even see it. And you saw I put the post up. Actually, a friend of mine, Pat Gabriel, shared it, or one of them shared it. I think it was Pat. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, man, I'm going to save that. And I'm going to share it with you because it is facts. Any so-called teacher running around here with cotton candy in their hair because they're part of this millennial generation teaching, all right, subjugating the children to any of this, and adults in the curriculums who provide this. And you know, I have my cousin Antoinette, Jazz, my aunt's retired. She was top of the head of the on the East Coast and the board of education and everything to make sure certain things were getting done. Anyone who allowed or permitted any of this, you are a disease. We have other people, Yancy Muhammad, Sylvia Yancy Muhammad. We have many people I grew up with who are teachers. And I know the majority of them never partook in this stuff. And then you had to look at the programs that are the benefactors that would teach this stuff, because not every teacher in school partakes in this part with an edifice of reading, comprehension, and you got to look at those teachers. So you can't beat them all up, but yet what I want you to know is you should not be permitting it, allowing it, or ever standing for it, because you got a bunch of men who love laying with men, wanting to get, and this is not knocking. This is just what I'm stating. The government's position was never to partake in this, and when Obama said that, I was not surprised, because people telling themselves, all those so-called black folk out there, dead, living dead, okay, who stood for this and stood by this. And that's what you should be paying attention to. Anyone in your family, because they gay. See, I know a lot of gay folks who ain't with it. But this Chinese cat, he had put a post up. We still thought, he was a guardian angel, still a guardian angel in New York, right? A magnificent brother. None of us, we don't know his boyfriend. Nobody wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cared. But he was treated the same as any other man. And he had more respect for that because he always said he was a man. You see what I'm saying? And he was one of the baddest motherfuckers I know, man. Listen here, man. He kick you in the head 5 times before you thought you kicked you once. So don't get it twisted. There's some guys and girls out here who are gay, mugs of power lifters, marathoners, cross-country, do stuff that none of y'all can do. So I'm not with the beating up on gay folks. I am with the system, the perversion that has permitted this and allowed this. Because as y'all know, endocrine disruptors are real. They're putting it in the line, and the scientists are the ones that should be dealt with. They didn't invent or create nothing more but destruction. Some Pelskins are having a hard time knowing that we actually invented and created every goddamn thing pretty much. And their stupid visage of whatever manipulation happened to make them feel that way, which is terrible in itself. Okay? But Eric, the Chinese kid, speak better English. He sounds like a brother too. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. But he was a solid one. I respect him to this day. And there was no agenda, gay agenda that I knew about. None of that going on. He was tired of seeing people get hurt maliciously. I'm not even talking about the Chinese. Nobody was messing with the Chinese then. They was busy killing each other, the Tongs and the White Lotus and all them different. No, man. That's some shit the government pushed, and you people ran right with it. Out of California with that perverted ass system of liberalism, that Marxist narrative. And I'm surprised at all you black folk and all you light-skinned folk that run with that Marxist ideology that's not even steeped in German authoritism, to which pretty much was the layman of what came over here. Because if anybody knows, Germany was supported by the worthless Zionists who turned on them, just like Russia was. Just like UK, the three cousins in World War II who fought each other. Zionism was behind it. Behind the formation of the SAS, Secret Air Service, the CIA, the FBI, all out of racist contours, the NFA. But you're still listening to these worthless people who you call entertainers. These broken, worthless piece of crap rabbis, these religious consorts, these constructs that are a deviation. That's the reason why the government's moving the way it does, and that you got soldiers who can't even see their hand in front of them. As if it's going to be different from them, what's happened to all the other veterans. You give me 10 women, I'll raise a nation. You understand me? I ain't talking about no broke back mountain, broken at brick. I ain't talking about these malicious things running around, think they're in control and this, that, and the other, and jealousy and all the other hemp, see, all that other fake. I'm talking about real women. The men when I was growing up were rugged and rough. They had to be. After everything they went through. And here we went through a whole lot ourselves. Man, every one of y'all become plasticized. I'm not with crayon colors and all that fiction and that, all them lies. How many of y'all have studied, compared to what I read 100 years before, racists, melanated and dark-skinned people, light-skinned people were getting together, married, having children, and everything. Huh? 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 Now you got these little dumb things called racists, white power and all these idiots casting spells on themselves. They're too stupid to know better. Okay? Now I'm in the secret society. I know what part I'm playing. They don't know nothing. And then these little worthless, little melanated sellouts. Nah, it's bigger than that, but simple things first. Okay? They rob you of your time to be able to acclimate into your real truth and understanding. To not subjugate yourself to the turmoils of the situation. All this stuff was created because they knew it would have people infighting. They knew it would have people like that. Instead of molding like this, how y'all like that? You don't even know you don't even know where you at. It's like two fault lines. Ready for the boom. You know what I mean? How many of you? Okay. Well, I dramatized it a little bit. Just drive and get your blood rolling a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I know some people got upset with me saying, it's enough of telling people they're Indian. And it's so much more. And yet you have people who are expressing and reading to you, so that way you come into a deep understanding that you're more than just the American Indian. That you're more than just some black and white and all these made-up narratives. And I know some people are bothered because they're coming to the realization that some of their ancestors played a major role in the destruction of the earth that we have. In ignorance, false promises, okay? Now, I know that's rough. I know that's something hard to deal with. And you have hundreds of thousands of Africans who are alluding to the fact that this is where you're from. You're not even from there. But you still have this consistent embarkation of these ignorant things that y'all keep paying attention to. I just want to know why y'all got to pay attention to it. That's ergo why I said about my bro, all right? He, who's Chinese, 6'2", guardian angel. We had a lot of gay people in the Guardian Angels, but he was one who rolled with us. We start out of Spanish Harlem. We make our way to Manhattan, meet Curtis Lewa, the radio station, and then he make sure everybody's phone had, charged up, because we didn't use like regular phones. We used one that had a SIM card. He'd put like $25, $50 in everybody's card. And that way we had communicate. Well, at least the team leaders and certain other individuals. And then we would head out to Brooklyn. We'd get on the D train or the, whatever, and we'd head out to Brooklyn. And then we would slowly make our way back after riding the train back and forth 2 or 3, 4 times. All right, teams of 6 and 12. Then when we come back over Manhattan and we meet up in certain places where bad things were happening with the gay community down the wharf, guys getting out of prison, raping the little he-she's and all this stuff, we would go out there and protect them. The old folks, so they can have their evening and summer strolls. Or a fire happened, manholes were blowing out the ground. We'd be the first there before even the fire department and the police. And we'd make sure we get people out the buildings. I think twice I had to run into burning buildings, ushering and carrying babies out. That's not no hero shit. That was part of what we was doing. And then I had one time I had this EMT getting all upset, talking smack to me. I said, let me tell you something. It's not gonna easy to invite you to the gym. You learn a little jiu-jitsu, you think you're a badass. That's what a lot of health is right now. I learned jiu-jitsu, I've been boxing, I've been doing, Wing Chun, it's not how it works. It's the heart of an individual. Instead of doing that, I would say, in the 1940s, it's funny when y'all was taking over the fire department, right? And we would teach you started letting our people burn up in the buildings. You weren't doing nothing to save them. They wasn't trusting that you were coming there. When they hear the alarms coming, you would let our people die. All the way up into the 60s. You would let our people die. Children, old folk, bedridden, y'all would stand out laughing, smoking, crack a beer, and you would let them die. Based on what the government wanted. This fake government with its little puppets who've been partaking in these little parties, Bohemian Grove and everything else, thinking that it would just come to pass. Or they would get to a position because everybody had been dead and dumb and living, that, we'll have the weapons to suppress you by that time. They don't even know what they're playing with on this land. They have no idea how it really works. Only the real enemy knows. Y'all have to stop being your own worst enemies. Look how they come in and they run out. People can't stand the truth. Stupidity is an embarkation. It's a choice, just like being dumb. It's a choice. It's like all these natives running around when they're arguing and fighting, certain Latinos. Oh, shut up, y'all broke-back mountain. Y'all don't know the first thing about nothing. You know exactly what you've been subjugated to, and the ignorance is what keeps the division, all right, and the separation, all right? Okay? Damn, I got honey and cinnamon. Okay, that's what's the problem. They think because we know the cartels, like a Negro's supposed to be a man, y'all retarded. And that's why they move in LA and certain places. Like, oh, look at that, they brought a whole bunch of people. We got all people here. No, you got people who came here because they really want freedom. We'll get away from the cartels and the murders and the dying. All right, not be subjugated because somebody's cousin messed up on a deal, so they go and get the whole family. And then you have the enemies brought here because it's strictly by the CIA. Okay. They've been equipping them, getting them ready for when civil unrest happens so they can go ahead and state martial law, to which we are actually under. You always have been since World War II. Which nobody's really under it. You're just subjugated in ignorance. With all these dumb little racists, these little marks running around wearing a costume, lynching and murdering people. The feds know who's doing it. They know everything. How is it that somebody can get dead and they find them? Then the other ones... we don't know nothing. Yet they got things to signal where shots have been happening in certain places. They got cameras everywhere showing when something happened, but the feds don't step in. Because they got the bad feds in charge of that. The good feds are out there dealing with what they assign them to, so they can't partake in the other thing. You better believe there's good feds who look at everything and they go, what the? And their hands are tied. Because y'all are lazy and slothful. How many times I've seen a woman, I'm raising my family. Oh, you ain't doing nothing. You're destroying them. You'll leave and they'll be subjugated. So you haven't done a thing. Shut up. I'm looking at big homie Blocks and Xavier right now. You know, came out of Chicago, made it to Atlanta, made it big. Well, Xavier's running around plastic, and I'm looking at what she's feeding the children and eating herself, and they eating number garbage. You know, looking at which used to be slim, big homie Blocks, belly all sticking out. He ain't doing nothing to change it. He really loves his family. He was a little abuser. He came from that neighborhood, and that's how it was there. He cleaned that up. But now here she is, running around with them worthless women who sit there and co-sign. That's what y'all do, co-sign the negative parts of life because you have nothing. And now she's being broken. She's going to find out the hard way, and it's sad. That destroys a man, too. Instead of them fighting together, they don't have no youngin' in it, whether female or male, are beneficial in growth. And the ones who speak this are the older ones, actually. Tell them, stop doing this live. Y'all built it up. We enjoyed y'all. We laughed. And look at you now. She's so worried about having a boo and this, that, and we separated because she was jealous while he was making money in comedy and everything else and didn't pay attention to what goes with that. Do you see? When you get to a place, you get a little fiat, and then your hair get big and your weaves are more synthetic and the clothes you're wearing, all the synthetic clothing you're wearing that's not cotton, hemp, and silk, and all that other stuff, all the synthetic. You know what it does to you? It messes you up. I wouldn't be surprised if Big Homie Blocks has a secret where he done got his jimmies by one of them damn little things running around down there in Atlanta. They went down there to make a way, figuring that's mostly black, and that's ignorance, because there's nobody, see his mama, she looked like she done ate the whole cow, not bad-mouthing, but every chemical. And you would expect them to better themselves. But you say, oh, let's just love one another. Love, that fake-ass love ain't gonna fix the disease of those who have moved upon you and over you and subjugated you. All right? Yo, right, what's going on, beloved? What's cracking? Hope y'all really paying attention. Hope you're sharing this. Hope you got people sitting down, ain't no swearing and all that. We'll address some things. I mean, if they could put a little book out there for the little babies look at, talking about, it was okay. Me and Johnny, we was rubbing on each other's backside and we were afraid. But the teacher said it was okay because we don't really know who and what we are. And it was natural because it's love. The first time it happened, it hurt so bad. Like, who in the world in their right mind, well, it's because nobody's in their right mind, that would allow such nonsense? And on our soil, more distractions. And then you have a bunch of pale skins and worthless Negroes running around, dressing up in, what they call it, drag, and running around and dancing. And like, look at me, I get to entertain because they are mentally. Let me tell you something about the 60s. You know what it was considered? A mental, right? And that's what it is. Now, because they all partake in it, well, we can dress it up a little different. And we can fool everybody and quiet everybody and make people shut up. I mean, look at how the food industry silenced doctors, quieted people, pointing out some of these things that were happening. With this corporation of the food industry. When did food become an industry when we should save the world with it? They incorporated because they need to make you sick, do a lot of bad things. And they silence the people who would inform and let you know. It's for a little more time. And none of you actually paid attention because you were too busy shoving it in your face. Did you talk to her about that ice cream? All right, we can all have that conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because it's beneficial for everybody. And everybody knows this. This is no secret. How many of you right now can walk in your freezer and look at what you got in there and it says signature, it says great value? One of those things for us having issues besides certain canned food and meats? Listeria, all something popping up out of nowhere. And the broiler chickens you shouldn't be eating in the first damn place. the still seed oils put in processing everything? How about the fact that White Castle and everything else became less beef and became more soy and grains, to which you don't need? Did any of y'all do anything about it? No. You didn't say nothing because you didn't know no better. You weren't taught in these fake fictional schools. I have no problem with teaching people, nurturing them, educating them in the proper ways. But the system was pitted against you, not for you. Okay? Then I came out this morning, this AM, to grind, get my grind on, right? And I said, barefoot. I went to the bathroom barefoot. It felt so good. It was so cold out. About 29, 30 degrees at that time, right? And I felt so good. Everything. Then all the questions started knocking in my head, as it always does every morning. The rage had to be subjugated, subdued. Yes, every morning I wake up in rage. It don't mean I'm gonna choke somebody out. No, it's just there. I'm complicit. It's complicit with me. It's just, it's where it's supposed to be at. You dig what I'm saying? And then I said, okay, I have some points, some discussions, some talking points, some things to drive a little further. This is about enlightenment. It sounds like I'm beating up on them. No. I pointed out there's good and there's bad on both sides. If they want you to accept the bad with the good, then that's some stupidity. I remember that statement. Sometimes you got to take the bad with the good. That's a lie. What the hell? How you gonna take the good and accept the bad at the same time? What kind of make that make sense? Isn't that some Hollywood stuff, right? Isn't that conditioning, programming? You don't take the bad of nothing. Maybe you'll start reacting to things a little different, a little better when you realize that you don't have to take the bad. You know, look at the hoods, right? You got all these little so-called tough little Negroes running around, right? Cops come, and you would think with all the bad things going on, how they gonna have 20 cars all of a sudden pull up out of nowhere? That means it's like going in the grocery store. You go into the healthy food department to eat food, but they call it a grocery store, and you sit there, and we're not talking about mops and dish detergents and stuff, and all the other food, and you go, okay, well, this is the healthy food, then what is this garbage? So you got so-called police who have no jurisdiction, ain't supposed to be messing with you, don't know the Constitution, they're not the law, all these things been revealed, and tactfully, you're not paying attention to the simplest things because you've been giving all your energy to a thick, worthless government. Lying bastards who subjugate you, who can't, because you can't see clear, because you're under a spell. Do you see where I've been going with this for the last week? And how do you get better, right? If you got Bill Gates, worthless piece of shit ass, running around, still working, intoxifying and messing things up. How is it that in Mexico they still have that what you call industry making them chemicals? What kind of strength and power is that? Is this greed? When they're gonna blow half of that up anyway, and all of them gonna be dead and gone? You would think that they perform better, or they made some bunkers in. Oh man, please, they got things, man, that can level a mountain. Y'all have no idea about the world you live in. You can't even see the truth. Imagine a building that was thousands of stories high, made completely out of crystal, marble, and can y'all even envision that? Or you can't you? You know why, right? You misaligned and you misjudged yourself, being taught lies, and you've only acclimated to a lower existence of yourself. You can't see nothing bigger. The Titans, everything in existence, everything that's still actually here. But used by those terms and definitions. Man, let them be the fake ass Indians, because they're too stupid to know better. Excuse my language. Be the Atlanteans, the true Udeans. Doesn't matter what you change to become, as the fall has happened gracefully and destructively. You don't debate those who don't know nothing, ain't done nothing, ain't been nowhere, ain't manifested, ain't created nothing. You don't sit there arguing with them just because they refuse to see. You don't have to acclimate to their level because of their ignorance. You walk in your own divinity, divine. You all use these terms, gods and goddesses and this, that. Y'all still don't even know how to wipe your backside. That time when you're crying, y'all confused and conflicted. Then you lash out with tears. Like, make that make sense. Isn't tears supposed to be wholesome and solemn? Y'all so conflicted and confused that you can't even run right. You say run straight ahead and have a 30-foot door to run through. Y'all be hitting the wall. Like, what the? Bam, bam, fool, right here. Bam, 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 bam. Reginald Charles, what's up, beloveds? I guess I'm just speaking into the wind. That's the problem with today. Everybody want to be so right. Everybody want to be the center. Everybody want to be the focus. Everybody want to be right. You haven't learned how to be wrong, off-center, not the focus, not a competition. Stop putting on track shoes and you don't even know where to start at. Y'all down halfway at the end field, talking about I'm about to run across the start and you never even started from the beginning. I mean, come on. Come on, y'all. yeah, right? I need to throw the tissue, right? And it looks like I'm thinking heavy, right? You should be thinking all the time. But without being conflicted and driving you, make you feel some kind of way and raising your cortisol and your blood pressure and all. No. Sometimes you got to roll through the Rolodex. And you got to know sometimes that you got to keep rolling, because if you stop at the first thing, 9 times out of 10 you'd be wrong. So you got to go ahead. Not saying the first answer you select is the wrong one, but you got to go further in the Rolodex and make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's, slash your Q's, right? You have quality for the time of input, QTI, right? So the Rolodex is important, but if you keep stopping at the first 10 pages for everything that you deal with when you got thousands of them, then how's that credible information? This is what we're dealing with. You have people that sit up there. I was looking at Mav Hoffa, right, with Tommy Davis, with the guy from Martin Lawrence show, and he said, what was Tommy's job? Was he a drug dealer? Is he the first response by dumb black mother suckers? It don't matter if they're Asian or not. We don't care, okay? And Tommy was so quick to want to explain it, as if it was some great thing. No, Martin Lawrence show was to show you how dumb niggas can be, Negroes. And that's what that show was. Distraction. What was going on during the time of the Martin Lawrence show? Can any of y'all even think about that? Of course not. And then you have worthless, what's the name, saying, well, you know, Martin Lawrence did this to me. He tried to, oh man, please, nobody want to hear that nonsense. Everybody know that all of them was sexing each other up. Everybody know Martin Lawrence when he got with Bad Boy. It was a freak show. Look at the last one they made. If that didn't have more gay innuendos, I mean, come on. Supposedly a heart attack to normalize heart attacks, but he came out because of a voice of the sergeant or whatever told him it's not his time, and then he started doing fearless stuff. Don't equate me with that. They want to dumb you down and downplay what you're capable of because they need to have you laughing at something stupid. Bad boy, what you gonna do to give me them Skittles? Didn't it just come out a couple of months ago about Skittles being one of the most deadly carcinogenic things ever?
He was eating Doritos too.
And them Doritos, damn, I kind of like them Doritos though. I like them chocolate chips. Well, the right ones.
Old school tortilla Doritos.
Keep running to Taco Bell and keep putting yourself to Taco Hell. Well, you know what I'm saying. Okay? And yet everybody keeps running to entertainers. And they hear Jay-Z, let us entertain you. You know what I'm saying? And it's worse than that. It's worse than just entertainment alone. They done cast a spell. You got people going crazy. All for that. Exactly, old Mac. Exactly. Baby girl saw it. Yeah, exactly. Then you had these dumbass liberals, this Hindu thing, and all these little worthless things that think they're supposed to say something who didn't care about you. Michael Jordan, punk ass self, all right? And Charles Barkley, all them little weird monkeys, right? As if they're supposed to be the voice that you're supposed to hearken on to. Them the ones that went to Big Mama house and didn't see the big teeth she had. The idiots. And y'all supposed to listen to them because this is how dumb they think they got you. They think they got all you real dumb. And some of you is. Some of the ones that'll come and watch this later and be all feeling some kind of way. I can't hit like on that. I can't support this. Because they don't even know how to support themselves. To govern the mentality of the ill. That's what it is, brother. And this thing popped up. Oh, Lord. Get the gas out of that. Oh, my God. But this stuff right here don't make you go to the bathroom like a mom. It's like, I might as well just put clove in there. But, yeah. But no, seriously, y'all. I want to read a little bit of The Power Now. It's going to be a little read. It's going to be a little while. And it's the only thing I want to read this AM. And then a couple hours later, I'll come back and I'll read something else. I'm not speaking, and I know it sounds to be negative towards certain individuals or whatever. I am just pointing out certain things. And the afflictions are based upon our people who seem to be always stuck in these afflictions. Don't go ranting and rambling on about this stuff. Learn as much as you can from it, all right? Utilize the real information, okay? Kirmeel's been showing you, man, about Scotland, Ireland, that we found those lands like Europe. We found those lands. Everybody at once all moved together. It was nothing but respect, honor, and I guess you could say the word love or love or whatever. How do you eradicate that? You hide it. Now you got people, look, I just watched a video of the Russians showing all these dead bodies. Excuse my lingo, I'm not here to bring fear. And you see all these Army Rangers, ex-Army Ranger, Delta Force, well, operators, Canadian, SAS, French one elite. This deck, they have all their signatures. They have their tattoos. You can't miss it. And I was like, this is what y'all do, huh? This is what they've gotten you to. You think you're so good at fighting and killing, and you're ignorant that you can't even see. There's no coming back again this time. They ain't no bring somebody in and make up a lie and cultivate them because you did a blood test. See, look, let me tell you about the blood test they do. It's so powerful beyond the scope of what they can, and ever since they've been doing it, don't matter. That the blood lies. That's one secret I'm gonna spill from the story. And let's see if these things get it in their freaking heads. No matter what they do and how much they continue to test. Oh, we got the queen back, or no. We got the bad bloodline. We're gonna make out to be the righteous. No, the blood lies. That's a little. See, we're revealing things, right? How would you know? How would he know? How come you don't know? The land's out here. Shit, all y'all come and build your own little home out here and be united and you're connected. You don't have no idea. All right? Imagine being somewhere with $50 or $60 a month, go for making sure that this, that, and the other is taken care of to a certain individual who takes that money in return and does things with it that's appropriate. Can y'all imagine that? So you can't. So you're going to continue to give your $12, $14, $2,000, $100, whatever, $800 if you right. You're going to keep giving it to the enemy so they can be over you. Own nothing and be happy, and you mother suckers ain't happy. But you're going to sit there and fight and say, oh, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And when it come down to it, you ain't done nothing. Prove me wrong. You know, it's funny. They'll super chat motherfucker talking dumb shit. Oh, believe me, I'll be in the videos, I'll be watching. You see the super chat, you see it all up there. I'm like, oh, really? But somebody's going to give them some tea. They have a hard time. I'm conflicted. I know you don't know the first thing about me. You don't know shit about me. Here I am being honest. I guess, what is it, honest engine. Yes, sir, I'm honest engine, boss. With the rope around my neck. Yes, I'm just going to put on this headdress here. Oh, y'all know that video, right? With the little black and white. Yes, it was a ploy on the fact of who he really was, but to make him have slave mentality for entertaining purposes. I ain't here to entertain nobody. Ostracized liar? Of course. Why would I not? They're liars, right? And every time we're working in the pit, that we have, right? I know them. I gotta put the back brace on. I need to have the knee brace, this, that, and the other. Man, sometimes I'm just like beat for it. I'm like, man, heck with all that. If I break down, it break down. I know I got to keep things in reserve, but I'm like, whatever. They got y'all believing you only live once. Why would it be important to say that? Any of y'all ever think about that? Of course not. It never crossed your conscience. You know, some people, if you're feeling different, my advice to you, don't mess with this. Do some research, find out what you need to find out. And if it's hard for you to accept it, that means you're just a little more stunned by the frequency and the food you eat, the consummation you make with alcohol and everything else. I don't give a flying F about how you feel, different or indifferent. I really don't. You get it, you don't get it. That's on you. I really don't care. Choices. Everyone's got choices. Well, if you don't care why you're doing this, I said I really wouldn't. 300 people asked me, and I'm doing it. And I'm sharing stuff because to them, well, they were able to see some things, and they were like, man, bro, you need to, I'm not Rasputin. Hell, you're your own Rasputin if you just snap about the coma you in. Some of y'all are so distilled. There's no minerals, nothing beneficial. And you like being distilled. Distilled ain't good. I mean, it's just empty H2O, I guess that's what they call it. Tell me the benefit in that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this read on, The Power of Now. Hopefully this will help some of you. Transformation through the body. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to read. This is a good little read. I hope you got the time. Okay? And then we'll get into Have Deep Roots Within. And we might hold that off to later. Okay? So if you can't handle reading, get the hell up out of here now. For some of you, I don't have the voice where I want to listen to you read anyway. And you don't know how to break it down and make sense. So maybe that's where you need to be stuck at. This is The Power of Now, a Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment. But Red, you said, no, I'm not pushing no one away. I'm going to antagonize the antagonizers, those who are ignorant. Suffer from their homemade, made-up ADHD or DH, whatever the smack. I don't want you nowhere around me, not even through the phone. Wasting my time with some ears that don't know how to listen. Why have most religions condemned or denied the body? Why have most religions condemned or denied the body? Why have most religions condemned or denied the body? It seems that spiritual seekers have always regarded the body as a hindrance or even as sinful. And them be the ones that like to mess with little babies and children and all that other stuff, and with the same like matter individuals. Ain't that funny? Okay. Why have so few seekers become finders? On the level of the body, humans are very close to animals. All the basic bodily functions, pleasure, pain, breathing, eating, drinking, defecating, sleeping, the drive to find a mate and procreate. And of course, birth and death. We share with the animals. We got to start looking at just life, life. This is not living, but life. There's no death. A long time after their fall from a state of grace and oneness into illusion, humans suddenly woke up in what seemed to be an animal body. Not man, though. We didn't wake up in no animal body. And they found this very disturbing. Don't fool yourself now. You are no more than an animal, predicament to the hue of a man. This seemed to be the truth. So melanated people, you're far from that, but yet there's a lot of evidence that points to the reality of the situation, because you seem to be moving like animals now, by the definition. This seemed to be the truth that was staring them in the face, but it was too disturbing a truth to tolerate. Adam and Eve saw, let's just take it for what it is. Adam and Eve saw that they were naked, and they became afraid. Unconscious denial of their animal nature set in very quickly. That's the pun. Unconscious denial. I bet y'all thinking conscious denial. No, without knowing of their animal nature set in very quickly. It just bang. Right knowledge, right? And we know that the eating from the tree of knowledge has nothing to do with Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve is not the reality. Yet, we're going to utilize this because that's what he's doing, so pay attention. The threat that they might be taken over by powerful instinctual drives and revert back to complete unconsciousness was indeed a very real one. Now, shame and taboos appeared around certain parts of the body and bodily functions, especially sexuality. The light of their consciousness was not yet strong enough to make friends with their animal nature. We're talking about being wild and free. To allow it to be and even enjoy that aspect of themselves, let alone to go deeply into it to find the divine hidden within it. The reality within the illusion, that is, and so they did what they had to do. They began to disassociate from their body. They now saw themselves having a body rather than just being it. One. What did I say about the so-called soul in the body? It's actually just one. But then you destroy the container, right? Then the containment is free and then your soul leaves. When you destroy it, where does that go? We've been reading and we come to a point where it goes back to the source. Yeah. It's bigger than that, but yeah. When religions arose, this association became even more pronounced as the "you are not your body" belief. You are everything that your body is. You couldn't exist without you being in it. You have melded with one. Aren't they trying to put the ghost in the machine?
Right.
But they have you looking outside of yourself, so you run around doing prolificating in the stupidity, no deviation, the deviation for no divinity. For the divineness, to capitulate you in another place so you don't stare at the sun. They got you think you're going to go blind. You eat their garbage so they can lace it with all kind of chemicals and make your men feel like you want to be with men, and your women think you're men, and come on. Countless people in East and West throughout the ages have tried to find God looking outside themselves. Salvation or enlightenment through denial of the body. I was ready to throw in one of them dang religious quotes, but we're not going to do that today. This took the form of denial of sense pleasures and of sexuality in particular, fasting, and other aesthetic practices. Yes, some people used to fast like it wasn't nothing. Majority of the time, they really didn't eat that much. They didn't have to. They even inflicted pain on the body in an attempt to weaken or punish it because they regarded it as sinful. In Christianity, this used to be called mortification of the flesh. Others tried to escape from the body by entering trance states or seeking out-of-body experiences. You have these monks who only know like 5% of the truth of existence, who sit there and they literally petrify themselves while they're alive. And then you try and figure out how they've been doing this for 10, 20 years, not hardly eating nothing, but they're still alive. See, nobody pays attention to that part. Who remembers the video I did on that? Did you even pay attention to it? Anyway, others tried to escape from the body by entering trance states or seeking out-of-body experiences. Many still do. Even the Buddha is said to have practiced body denial through fasting, extreme forms of asceticism, for 6 years. But he did not attain enlightenment until after he had given up this practice. Then he realized the mistake for those who stop based upon the fear, because it's pure ignorance to what they do. The fact is that no one has ever become enlightened through denying or fighting the body or through an out-of-body experience. Although such an experience can be fascinating and can give you a glimpse of the state of liberation from the material form, in the end you will always have to return to the body, where the essential work of transformation takes place. So it takes place with you involved with it. All that other stuff can be beneficial as long as you're not attempting to escape. And that's why you have these drugs and everything, pains and all the things that they created in this world to subjugate people, so people will go to the alcohol and drugs to find a way to escape, and they usually end up dead. And they didn't accomplish anything. Then you have some ignorant ass mama and daddy in the eulogy. And James was just a magnificent person, and he was and he could talk all these things and do all this wonderful stuff. He held these jobs and these positions. And though there were plagues all around, he was magnificent in the concepts of how he dealt with it. But you didn't say that while the person was alive. So who's the hypocrite? Who's this? So who's out there in the la land, not in the body, that are contextual too? And we'll always have to return to the body where the essential work of transformation takes place. So you should be giving into it now, not denying it. That way you assist one another and lift one another up. That's the reason why I had to tell you the truth, because none of you actually figured it out. And I was not surprised. Woman is the strength that keeps the family together. Man is the power that subjugates those who attempt to rule that family. The power that goes out there and finds the food. The power that makes sure everything is safe, while the strength keeps it all the fuck together. Transformation is through the body, not away from it. Isn't that what y'all seek now? Reason why you're watching and looking, and so-called listening. This is why no true master has ever advocated fighting or leaving the body. Not at all. Although their mind-based followers often have to articulate stupidity and nonsense. Well, isn't that the frugal part of our existence right now? Then why would you stay doing the same thing if you're listening and hearing something different? I know, selfishness. I get it. One of the implicit designs and deities of a lot of y'all's existence is pure greed, selfishness. And you ain't even selfish with the right reasons. Of the ancient teachings concerning the body, only certain fragments survive, such as Yeshua's statement that your whole body will be filled with light. Isn't it? Full of spirit breath. But you just keep sucking in the darkness, because that's what the enemy keeps leveling over you. And you refuse to see it because you think that you're existing. The fuck? Or they survive as myths, such as the belief that Yeshua never relinquished his body, but remained one with it and ascended into heaven with it. Almost no one to this day has understood those fragments or the hidden meaning of certain myths. So, who are those two individuals who so-called God came and took one up in a fiery chariot and the other one subjugated and then because they were so righteous, because they were full of light. Oh, it's not saying they didn't kill no motherfucking body. I'm just saying they were full of light. There was a righteousness. Wasn't Enoch one? And then who was the other? Anyway, but one remained one with it and ascended into heaven with it. Almost no one to this day has understood those fragments or the hidden meaning of certain myths, and the "you are not your body" belief has prevailed universally. You are everything that your body is. Isn't it a semblance of who you are, whether ignorant or enlightened? Leading to body denial and attempts to escape from the body, countless seekers have thus been prevented from attaining spiritual realization for themselves and becoming finders, because you're living in a physical consort. You are not being nurtured in the spiritual consorts, and religions are the first ones to create that divide, while telling you, you are God's creation. Make it make sense. You can't. I mean, you can deny it, you can feel some kind of way. Your feelings don't mean shit. You can deny all you want. It only shows that you're elusive to yourself. You haven't found anything. You're not a friend finder. That means one of self. Ego driven. Is it possible to recover the lost teachings of the significance of the body, or to reconstruct them from the existing fragments? Everybody that talks about our past, right? The element of it is how great you were. Why is it that you're not great now? Because of this association from truth to this false reality. Oh, it's reality. It implies exactly the state that you're in, that they're able to watch and see that you're farther from your truth, not just in place in what you are, but the reality of the deviation, the division from the light. We're always talking about the 7 ounces. The fact I was the one telling y'all when the A and C came together, it was light. And when you die, that light, and they always talk about DMT release, which you should be having every day, but because of the endocrine disruptors and this, that, and the other, and all the poison foods that toxify you, and your body's always regenerating, you keep poisoning it, so therefore it don't get a break. That's why they fasted. How can you connect the light to who you are when you breathe the light all the time? No, that's right. We speak darkness over each other. Am I being that condescending? Or am I just telling you something you don't want to hear because you choose the flesh over the light? Help me out here. Help me out here. I ask for help and I never get help. But actually I get all the help I need. I don't have to look outside myself for it. There is no need for that. All spiritual teaching originates from the same source. In that sense, there is and always has been only one master, who manifests in many different forms. I am the master, and so are you. Once you are able to access the source within, and the way to it is through the inner body. Although all spiritual teachings originate from the same source, once they become verbalized and written down, they are obviously no more than a collection of words that can manipulate people and everything. Redundant. And a word is nothing but a signpost, as we talked about earlier. All such teachings are signposts, pointing the way back to the source. Most people don't know how to, you know how we say reprobate mind. Most people don't have the discernment, right, to be able to discern. Because Nobody wants to research stuff. Nobody wants to look at sources, references. Nobody wants to be able to put them together. Remember the puzzle? Till we get to the point where we don't have to pay attention to the puzzle because now we're paying more attention to ourselves to put the pieces together in an appropriate way. Once we have enough little information, it's not a lot. It's the baby steps that make the grander pictures. But most people want the grand picture, and so therefore they don't ever embark on the baby steps to get to a place to have a bigger picture of what it is that makes them who they are. So therefore, everybody's lost in a very simple, pragmatic thing that the enemy's been using. They keep you divided, separated. They keep you with an ego, feeling like you know what you think. How many of y'all right now feel like, man, Red's reading some foolish shit, and you don't even know what the hell's being said? How many of you already think like, oh, I'm gonna build on this, and you don't even know what you're building on? We haven't even gotten to the end. So in a rush, looking for the climax. No wonder so many women are upset and their legs ain't shaking, because you men so quick to go, I got mine. Although all spiritual teachings originate from the same source, once they become verbalized and written down, they are obviously no more than a collection of words. And a word is nothing but a signpost. All right, as I said, teachings are signposts pointing the way back to the source if you know how to discern or pay attention, and somebody's guiding you, walking with you, pointing like, look at this and look at that, until you see what you need to see. And sometimes you might have to turn around to him and go, oh, watch that right there. I have already spoken of the truth that is hidden within your body, but I will summarize for you again the lost teachings of the masters. So here's another signpost. Please endeavor to feel your inner body as you read or listen. Sermon of the body, right? What you perceive as a dense physical structure called the body, I should tell you something, which is subject to disease, old age, and death. Subject, that means you're being subjugated. Oh, you didn't know that? Is not ultimately real. It is not you. That's solid. That's some real stuff. It is a misperception of your essential reality that is beyond birth and death, and is due to the limitations of your mind. You've been taught a whole lot of bull crap that means and measures up to nothing. What about the stuff that might be beneficial and meaningful if you just attempt to walk in it? Not the deviations, not the deviant parts that give you a little peekaboo and then shut the door on you and put you back in the darkness. I'm talking about allowing yourself to see beyond. Anyway, and is due to the limitations of your mind, which, having lost touch with being, creates the body as evidence of its illusory belief and separation, and to justify its state of fear. But do not turn away from the body, for within that symbol of impermanence, limitation, and death that you perceive as the illusory creation of your mind is concealed the splendor of your essential and immortal reality. Do not turn your attention elsewhere in your search for the truth, for it is nowhere else to be found but within you. The truth of what's going on, right? We could point it out all day. It ain't like it's not known. How many of y'all, what was it, 1980 something, 90, when people started reading the side of the cereal box? And we used to look at it all the time, right in the front of it. And then we look at the side and we didn't know what we were reading. You know, nobody know phosphate, folic acid.
Words I couldn't.
Nobody didn't know. It was like, okay, well, maybe that's fruits and vegetables. We didn't have no idea. Then, whistleblower. 2 weeks later, they mysteriously had a heart attack, fell out a window, got mugged, shot in their home, suicide, whatever, right? Then people said, wait a minute now. This guy wasn't like that. And then people started looking at themselves, questioning everything. And here we are. Well, now you're reading, and these people have gotten to a point because you've been dumb for so long that they're like, we're going to poison you anyway. We got the air poison, we got the soil poison, we got the water poison. What you going to grow? We've already manipulated all the seeds. So you're just going to grow what we made anyway. That just capitulates and puts you in that place of physical in-depthness, right? Because all you see is the physical. You have done nothing to allow yourself to rise above that. And you still move all alone. Some of you, well, you know, I'm a loner, I'm a hermit. Oh, shut the up. Making absolutely no sense whatsoever. So let's carry on. Now let me read that last part so you get it. Do not turn your attention elsewhere in your search for the truth, for it is nowhere else to be found but within your body. Now, the brothers and sisters who are reading things that can help you find a little more continence, right, in the structure of things. So that way, because a lot of people, a lot of us is running around blind, and we don't have nobody to show us. Well, that right there, what you call the weed you want to dig up, is actually beneficial and could probably remove heavy metals and toxins out your body. Because you need somebody to show that. So yes, there are people here who are beneficial. Hey, Kieran, what's up, beloved? Hey, Sharon, I got you. Squirrel Sniper, what's going on? So these individuals are like curios, like showing you, giving you history. Maybe go slaughter. It's a plethora of individuals. Okay, there's some who don't have no YouTube channels who are coming to into this constant relation, who see things different, and then they're patient. They just waiting to find out for themselves what they instructively have found out may be beneficial, but yet they don't find themselves in a position to teach. Even in that solitude, they're teaching. You just have to pay attention. Do not fight against the body, for in doing so, you are fighting against your own reality. You are your body. The body that you can see and touch is only a thin, illusory veil. Underneath it lies the invisible inner body, the doorway into being, into life unmanifested. Through the inner body. Why do you think it's important that they poison you? So you don't find that. The key is you. Through the inner body, you are inseparably connected to this unmanifested one life. Birthless, deathless, eternally present. Through the inner body, you are forever one with God. Is that complicated? Do you need somebody to bang some tambourines and play some goofy music on the organ and beat on the drum like they're retarded? Is that what you need? You need somebody to shake in front of the podium with a person standing up over you? You need some idiot up there wiping his brow because they're having a heart attack? Or the blood pressure up because they ate a whole bunch of donuts? The coffee wasn't even real coffee? Not pure Colombian from the grain? Not ground? Sucking on wood chips and dust? Is that what you need? You need people around there doing the latest dance? I mean, God dog, man. Listen, I went to church with my ex-wife, right? Man, we over there in Jersey, we went to church, non-denomination. You know I can't stand it. Anyway, and the mother got up and started doing the damn Macarena. I said, wait a minute, what? And my wife just looking at me, she's Puerto Rican. Oh!
Circus, man.
Oh! I'm just for real, got up. Eyes rolled back in the head. I said, oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't believe in no devil, but damn it.
The circus, bro.
I was hoping I had one of them things with the CIA. I could say, bell now, Asian branch, bell now.
Beam me up, Scotty.
I said, no, because I ain't going to just leave my wife. I was like, she might get hit with it. And homeboy with the, and homeboy, and they just jamming up there. I ain't even know what kind of, I thought it was Def Leppard. And homeboy he was just shaking. His brother and his wife was Puerto Rican. He might have been Puerto Rican, it was dark. And I was like, oh, look, I'm going to run up out of here and I'm going to trip everywhere. I'm not cursing. I'm just saying the reality. Like, listen, come on. How about them people that get up and they start doing it? They don't even know what they're doing. The power they're putting energy to something very negative, and they're robbing themselves of this. It'd be better to be running around in a circle while you're corn stumping in the church, to be moving around 40 and 50 people because you need to put your hands in the soil to give back to the mother that she is. Huh? 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 I hope y'all enjoy that read. You know how to bring a little funny in there. Beautiful soul people, I know that's right. tea came in that mug. All right. Cure meals, going beloved. Pura vida. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Be back in a couple of hours. We probably won't dig that out a little later, man. I ain't trying to go. You're gonna get in there started, right? I'll probably jump in there and
steps.
Okay, yeah. That's all we got, really.
Yeah.
We got everything's
I'm
pretty
waiting
wide.
to see how y'all want to work that side, so I ain't gonna mess with that. And then
All we're gonna do is just take the shovel. I might throw a little water in there, and then just shovel it out. Or we just do it dry and just chip away. You know what I'm saying? So we can bring it down a little more than what it is. But that's about it. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. If you want to donate, you know the Cashapp. It's up in there. If you want to donate to this construction, like I said, right now we got 40 from Marcus and 25 from Baby Girl Slaughter.
Appreciate it.
And that's 65 that's sitting in that account that I opened. I had to do it on my thing when I did the PayPal for our TikTok. So it's still sitting there. I can get, what is it, 10,000 is it, needle gun for $50 or something like that. And the other 25, I can probably get some nails or something. But we're going to be using some big stuff because our platform is actually going to be built with 2x6s and 1x6s. We looked at some stuff pretty cheap, right? I was surprised at the concrete pallets. So hopefully next month, after we get the first platform, start getting on the second one, and get a hallway, and start getting the walls up, and maybe a roof. And that the assistance that you give, any of y'all decide to come up this way, Baby Girl Slaughter, I can't wait to see you and your father, you and your husband, let's take a road trip, and come up over here and you know, maybe get your hands dirty. It depends on if we're out there with old mech painting and just getting a few chains and getting our hands wet doing something, being involved, which would be a magnificent pleasure. It would just be a dynamic thing to see everybody involved, no matter what's going on in this world, because they're complicit in their own destruction. And so you don't give it no energy. Please don't. You need to keep that energy in the circle of comfort of self and with those who matter the most at the moment. Because there will be those who come around, and it might be late, but it's not for you to put them in purgatory. Just be mindful of these things, okay? It's always a test. Always. You know, first time I became a second degree black belt and I had to test students, I thought one would be one of the hardest things I ever did. And it became so natural for me. Every time I became a black belt or whatever, and in these schools and in these practice tests, and now I'm very good at testing. I test myself all the time as well. Everything is always a test. When does it stop becoming a test? Well, what you worried about dying? How about the fact that you really don't die? It's always a test. I'm not here, it's not for me to answer that, it's not for you to answer. It's always a test. Let's look at history. Fake ass history. That takes you out of the now, don't it? No, if you're looking at history, you're looking at it in the now, ain't you? If you talk about history tomorrow, you want to still be in the now. So stop making something out of nothing. Allow yourself to exist in nothing. Become nothing. Then maybe you'll find something. Do you have the new post box yet? Yeah, I got the new post box. It's on there. It's in the description. Actually, let me see. Do I have it on the tablet? I don't even think I put it on the tablet, because you know I'm kind of retarded at times, which is a delight for me to be retarded. No, yeah, it is. I'm gonna give you all the post box, the PO box right now. I enjoy being retarded because it means it permits me to look at retarded shit. Excuse me. It really does. Oh boy, that's weird.
Yep, I see it.
Is it in there?
I see it, yeah.
Okay. No, because right now, I guess the little AI feels some kind of way because, you know, I'll be talking my stuff. No, let me
Yeah, it's right here.
I'm going to read it to him. If you got a pen and stuff, I'll read it to you. Let me see if I can, you know what? Let me stop being retarded. Oh, Lord, I just pulled it up and I hit the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Good gracious, what in the world is this thing doing? No, here it goes. Okay. Okay, so it is in there. So it's P.O. Box. Oh, you got it? 458, address 4752. East Dragoon Road, 85609. And you can put that 9901 at the end, or 9900 at the end of that if you want. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'll say it here. You ready? P.O. And I sent it to you, Millennial. P.O. Box 458. The address is 4752 East Dragoon Road, 85609 9900. 85609 9900. Okay? My apologies. I could have actually, no, it won't let me copy it. Want me to read it one more time, hon? You got it. Anything for you. P.O. Box 458. P.O. Box 458. All right, so the address is going to be 4752. It's P.O. Box 4752 East Dragoon Road. Okay, 85609 85609 -9900. Yeah, don't be sending that P.O. Box 4 page stuff. Okay, we're not there no more. I've given that box to Tetra. I gotta call her and see if she mailed the stuff that she was supposed to mail to me. Anyway, I hope that was informative. I hope that y'all had a good laugh. Okay? And I appreciate everybody taking the time to come on in. So, sisters, brothers, all right? You're their strength. It keeps the family. So when you go off, when you go away, the family breaks down. I've watched it hundreds of times. I've watched big mamas and grandmothers and mothers pass away, and then not the aunts, not anybody pick up the sheath to cover the knife to keep it together. I've watched it fall away because of the system of work and slavery and servitude and everything else, and the chemicals and the frequencies that are in people's heads. And that's why I read to you about with the CIA and certain things that are going on, the weather modification, to which even Baby Girl Slaughter has showed you, when I wasn't going to sit there and read all those patents. And the reality of the situation is you're indebted to one another, yet you don't do that. So you become a debt to the monster. Like, come on, y'all. All right? All right? They can't even hang around, man. They just run in and run out. Gee, baby boy. I guess I need to have a desk, right? I gotta put on a certain tie.
That stuff in the background.
Have all that little stuff, all that in the background, sitting there. I got the brothers. I mean, we're out in the nature. I guess I gotta have that thing to appease the ill-conceived, the misconceptual, the deviants, the perversions, the pathetic. We don't want no cowards here, okay? So we're not gonna do that. You got Blue Thunder that's gonna be getting a rap maybe in the next month, okay? Yeah, camel rap. We're about to get country the fuck out. Yeah, I done had enough. All right, catch y'all later, all right? Appreciate you all. Niggas think about